A family who wanted to start a new life in the countryside but instead found themselves living with a ghost. The film opens by showing a happy family consisting of Len, Jenny, and their only daughter, Sally. They decide to start a new chapter in their lives by buying a very affordable house in the peaceful countryside of Yorkshire, England. Even though the house is relatively cheap, it comes with complete facilities and high-quality furniture. The beautiful kitchen atmosphere becomes a special attraction, especially for Jenny, who is always enthusiastic whenever she cooks in the kitchen. Upon arriving there, they are warmly welcomed by their friends Brian and Rita, who also happen to live in the area. Brian and Rita intend to help them carry their belongings into the new house.
Panic over.
I've got a job.
First three. Yeah.
In addition, Sally meets her new friend named Lucy, who lives just a few blocks away. From Sally's expression, it seems that she does not like the environment where she is living now. That night, they all hold a small party to celebrate Len and Jenny's move.
Come on, look at like you're happy, will you? Come on.
Did you get that thing out of bed?
Come on.
Cheers. New house.
Cheers.
Nice. You'll be getting home?
Later that night, while Sally is sleeping, she suddenly wakes up after hearing a sound that turns out to be her bedroom lamp swinging by itself. Then one of her toys appears to be played with by something unseen. The disturbance frightens Sally so much that she cannot sleep all night. When morning comes, Sally tells them about the incident from the previous night, which makes her feel even more uncomfortable staying in the house. Despite hearing her story, Len and Jenny downplay the incident and think that the swinging lamp might have been caused by the wind. Since it is time for school, Len and Jenny ask Sally to get ready because it is her first day at her new school.
Sir.
That led to the demise of the Catholic Church in England.
The 8th, sir.
Good girl.
Night falls again. Len and Jenny ask Sally to watch the house while they go to a party.
Not stopping here on me own.
Shortly after Len and Jenny leave, Sally is left alone in the house. At that moment, she experiences supernatural disturbances again. Even though it is raining outside, Sally chooses to stay outdoors rather than face the disturbances inside the house. After being outside for quite some time, Jenny finally returns home with Rita. Sally explains why she was outside, saying that she experienced another supernatural disturbance. Jenny, who does not believe Sally's words, assumes it was just a coincidence and not related to ghosts. Jenny and Rita then tell Sally to go to sleep so she can go to school on time the next day. While Jenny is chatting with Rita, the electricity in the house suddenly goes out. Strangely, the neighboring house still seems to have power. At that moment, a loud noise is heard from the upper floor, immediately drawing Jenny and Rita's attention. It turns out that Sally also hears the noise, causing her to wake up from her sleep. Sally wants to check the source of the sound, but suddenly a large clock on the staircase falls down, making Jenny very angry at Sally and accusing her of breaking it. However, her assumption turns out to be wrong after she hears noises from upstairs that clearly do not come from Sally.
My arse it is!
The supernatural disturbances become more intense, but they suddenly stop when Len and Brian arrive home. Len and Brian ask what happened and why the house is dark and in a mess. Jenny, Sally, and Rita begin telling them about the supernatural disturbances they witnessed with their own eyes. Even after hearing everything, Len and Brian still do not believe it because they have not seen the disturbances themselves.
Do you think so?
You know she put all
The next day, while Sally is watching television, she once again faces terror from the ghost of a little girl who begins to reveal herself. Upon closer observation, the ghost appears to be the same age as Sally. Not only Sally, but Len also experiences a supernatural disturbance while he is in a dark room. After experiencing this incident, Len finally believes that the house is truly haunted. He intends to move out because he feels he will not be able to endure the disturbances if they continue living in the eerie house. However, due to the very high price of houses and their limited funds to buy a new one, they eventually agree to invite a priest named Father Clifton, hoping that the ghost wandering in the house can be driven away. When Sally is about to fall asleep, she suddenly wakes up after hearing scratching sounds made by the ghost girl, who actually wants to be friends with Sally.
What do you want?
Meanwhile, Len and Brian choose to play billiards so they do not constantly think about the ghost in the house Len just bought. While they are enjoying the game, a man suddenly approaches Len after overhearing part of their conversation about Len's house being haunted. Hearing this, the man suggests that Len publish a newspaper story about the ghost in his house as a way to make money. The man has a journalist acquaintance named Tom, who will conduct a direct survey at Len's house to confirm whether it is truly haunted or not. If it is proven to be true, Tom will immediately write a news report and present the information to the public through the newspaper. Hearing this idea, Len becomes interested in inviting Tom to his house. Later that afternoon, Tom arrives at Len's house to conduct the survey firsthand. Len guides Tom around the house, especially to the areas where Len previously experienced ghostly disturbances. Despite touring the house, Tom does not witness any supernatural activity. Since the house seems safe, Tom decides to leave, assuming that there is no ghost present. However, just as Tom is about to leave, he is suddenly slapped by something invisible. Shocked by the incident, Tom finally believes that the house is haunted. Without delay, Tom immediately publishes news about the presence of a ghost in Len's house. The news spreads rapidly through newspapers and television, attracting widespread attention. Many people become curious and flock to Len's house just to witness the ghosts themselves. Len sees this as a golden opportunity to make money and allows visitors to enter by charging an entrance fee of £1 to see the ghost inside his house. In the end, Len manages to earn a large profit. Eventually, Jenny returns home from shopping and is confused to see her house filled with people. Unhappy with the presence of so many strangers, Jenny quickly drives them away. Len becomes very angry at Jenny for acting on her own, since this opportunity could have been used to earn more money.
Playing it.
Making us a few quid, love.
Get rid of them.
Just go on.
Meanwhile, Sally and Lucy casually play around inside the town hall, where Sally accidentally notices a special room displaying belongings of a woman she does not recognize. At a glance, Sally feels that the woman resembles the ghost girl haunting her house. Secretly, she takes one of the displayed items, a necklace, before they finally leave the place.
I belong to
Because Sally is Lucy's only close friend, Lucy invites Sally to come to her house the next day to celebrate her birthday. After receiving the invitation, Sally becomes confused about what kind of gift she should give Lucy. She then draws a birthday card for Lucy and plans to give her a pet as well. After finishing the card, Sally is disturbed by the ghost girl who wants to invite Sally to play together. Unexpectedly, Sally's habit of laughing to herself is seen by Jenny, who realizes that Sally is playing with the ghost. Jenny asks Sally not to play with the ghost anymore. As a result of Jenny forbidding them to play together, the ghost becomes angry and ends up destroying the wedding photo of Jenny and Len.
You've been drinking.
Not so as you know.
The next day, Sally goes to Lucy's house to celebrate Lucy's birthday. Sally gives Lucy her gift in the form of a greeting card and a pet. Sally and Lucy enjoy the birthday cake together and begin their party.
Wait, I'll be drummer. You can be back.
Before Sally goes home, Lucy's mother gives Sally a serious warning not to bring Lucy into her house. Lucy's mother explains that she knows the rumors about Sally's house, which has long been believed to be haunted. She is very cautious and does not want Lucy to experience anything bad, since Lucy is the only family she has. Lucy's safety is her top priority. After arriving home, Sally is confronted by a man named Hilary Barnes, who offers his help to get rid of the ghost residing in Sally's house. Because Sally's parents are not at home, Hilary only leaves his business card. He explains that if Sally needs his help, she can contact him anytime through the phone number listed on the card.
Let her know I called, will you? You've got a malevolent spirit.
The next night, when everyone is asleep, Jenny once again experiences supernatural disturbances as the ghost child appears before her eyes. These disturbances make Jenny increasingly fed up, and she begins to scold Sally because Sally had previously played with the ghost child. That very night, Jenny immediately goes to Father Clifton's house because she can no longer endure the disturbances. Upon arriving at Father Clifton's house, Jenny explains that the house she just bought is haunted and that her purpose in coming is to ask for his help in driving away the entity that keeps disturbing her family. Father Clifton firmly states that he cannot perform an exorcism ritual without official permission from the bishop. He must request approval first, which will certainly take several days. After hearing this explanation, Jenny can only be patient and wait until permission is granted to proceed with the exorcism.
This undertaking.
Get rid of it, Father.
The next day at school, Sally and Lucy take part in a short tour led by their teacher named Price. The purpose of the tour is to broaden their understanding of history. With great enthusiasm, Price begins the tour and introduces several historical buildings to his students.
Girls, Nearsby Monastery.
The essentials. Vegetables, meat and bread.
Factory, which was...
During a break, Lucy needs to use the restroom and Sally immediately accompanies her to look for one. However, suddenly, Sally experiences a hallucination and sees someone hanging themselves.
Try not to get it in your knickers. Okay.
Shocked by the vision, Sally immediately faints. Seeing Sally collapse, Lucy quickly calls her teacher, Price, for help, and they bring Sally back to her house. Upon arriving there, Price notices that Lucy does not want to enter Sally's house because she is afraid of the ghost that inhabits it. Price, who does not believe in such things, forces Lucy to go inside anyway. Reluctantly, Lucy enters the house to accompany Sally, who is still unconscious. Slowly, Sally regains consciousness, and at that moment, Price leaves because he has other matters to attend to.
I'm alright, sir.
You sure? See you later.
Shortly after Price leaves, the electricity in the house goes out. Lucy, who urgently needs to use the restroom, asks Sally to accompany her to the toilet. Sally tells Lucy not to lock the door. After entering the bathroom, Lucy is disturbed by the ghost. This time, the disturbance is far worse than before, as the ghost becomes much more violent and begins attacking Lucy, causing her severe trauma. Hearing Lucy's screams, Sally panics and tries to save her. Strangely, the bathroom door suddenly locks, making it difficult for Sally to rescue Lucy. Lucy is injured due to the attack and is forced to be taken to the hospital. Lucy's mother had warned Sally from the beginning not to let Lucy enter her house. For Lucy's own good, Lucy's mother asks Sally to stay away from Lucy. Since that incident, Sally is left completely alone and has no friends at all.
Stop it. Don't.
Feeling lonely, Sally eventually falls asleep in the park, where she is later awakened by Price. Price asks Sally to explain what really happened to Lucy. Sally tells him about the ghost of a young girl who seems to have hurt Lucy. According to Sally, the ghost is actually lonely and only wants to find a friend, not to harm anyone, but for some reason, the ghost attacked Lucy the previous day. With confusion and concern, Sally also tells Price that there is a special room in the town hall, displaying photographs and belongings connected to the ghost girl. After hearing this, Price decides to help Sally by finding out who the girl really was. Meanwhile at home, Jenny experiences even more severe supernatural disturbances. This time, she discovers a wasp nest inside a wardrobe, causing her to be stung repeatedly by the wasps. Fortunately, Rita arrives just in time and immediately takes Jenny away from the house. Later, Sally and Len are shocked to see Jenny's face badly damaged from the wasp stings. Because the supernatural disturbances continue to worsen day by day, Len finally plans to sell their house at an affordable price and look for a new home nearby that fits their limited budget. With such financial constraints, they cannot expect much, and the house they are looking for will likely be small, require renovations, and need additional furniture. Seeing the messy kitchen that does not match Jenny's expectations makes her hesitant to move. The poor condition of the kitchen causes her to feel reluctant to leave their old house, and Jenny and Len even argue over the plan to move.
Try bloody harder, look at it!
The next day, Price meets Len and tells him about the ghost girl inhabiting his house. Price has discovered that the girl was found dead with her tongue cut off, and that she was 13 years old at the time of her death, the same age as Sally. Instead of feeling helped, Len angrily tells Price not to interfere in his family matters.
That's our business, isn't it?
And what I happen to be fond of.
Meanwhile, Jenny is seen contacting Father Clifton to ask about permission for the exorcism ritual, but it appears that the bishop does not grant Father Clifton approval this time. Elsewhere, while Sally is playing on a swing, she looks again at the item she once stole from the town hall. She then remembers a man named Hilary Barnes, who previously gave her his business card and offered help to get rid of the ghost in her house. Eventually, Hilary arrives at Sally's house together with his wife. Hilary asks whether they have any belongings that once belonged to the ghost girl, as this would make it easier for him to summon and expel the spirit. Sally quickly hands over the necklace she took from the town hall. With the help of Hilary's wife, they immediately begin the exorcism ritual.
Why don't you speak to us?
The ghost girl starts to possess Hilary's wife and warns that Sally is in danger. Suddenly, a loud noise from the upper floor disrupts the ritual. Fortunately, Hilary manages to prevent further chaos by smashing the necklace.
Tell me.
He then tells everyone to leave the house immediately and go to Rita's place. It turns out that there is not just one spirit haunting Sally's house, but two. Hilary senses that there is a good spirit trying to protect Sally's family, as well as an evil spirit that intends to harm them. The good spirit is revealed to be the ghost girl who often caused mischief in the house in an attempt to drive Sally's family away. She deliberately acted playfully to make the family feel uncomfortable living there, so they would leave before their lives were endangered by the evil spirit residing in the house. Although her actions appeared mischievous, her true intention was to protect Sally's family from the threat of the malicious spirit. Meanwhile, elsewhere, Len and Brian go to Father Clifton's house and ask him to come to their home to perform an exorcism ritual. At first, Father Clifton refuses because he does not want to deal with ghosts, but he changes his mind after Len and Brian show him scandalous photos of Father Clifton with a housemaid. Father Clifton asks where they got the photos, but without answering, Len and Brian immediately force him to perform the exorcism and threaten to spread the photos if he refuses. In order to protect his reputation, Father Clifton reluctantly prepares the necessary items for the ritual. While making preparations, Clifton shares a horrifying story about young girls who were captured and forcibly abused by a monk. All of the monk's victims suffered greatly, and their tongues were cut off as a form of torture and also to prevent them from reporting his crimes. However, sooner or later, the truth was revealed, and the church eventually exposed the monk's crimes and sentenced him to death. After his death, the monk was filled with hatred and turned into an evil spirit that haunted Len's house. Once the preparations are complete, they quickly head to Len's house and carry out the exorcism.
From all evil, deliver us, O Lord.
Deliver us.
Long story short, with the help of Len and Brian, the ritual is successfully completed.
Your vineyard.
See the cross of the Lord. Get up there. It's your bloody house.
Our place is in solitude. Make them get down and crawl with. Go on! The saving mysteries of the Christian Jew! The majestic Christ come out!
Afterward, Father Clifton warns Len and Brian not to spread the scandalous photos, threatening to kill them both if they do. They believe they can now live peacefully without any supernatural disturbances. At first, that seems to be the case, but none of them realize that what Father Clifton expelled was actually the ghost of the young girl, while the evil spirit remains in the house. This becomes evident after several calm days when the disturbances return and brutally attack Sally. Len, who is outside the house at the time, hears a commotion coming from Sally's room and rushes inside, where he finds Sally nearly hanging herself under the influence of the evil spirit. Len and Jenny try to save Sally, but the evil spirit prevents them. the spirit manifests as thick black smoke and attempts to kill Sally. Fortunately, before it succeeds, Sally throws the necklace that once belonged to the ghost girl, hoping the spirit will return to help her. Sally's action succeeds, summoning the ghost girl back, and a battle breaks out between the good spirit and the evil spirit. In the end, the ghost girl completely destroys the evil spirit. Before losing consciousness, Sally feels deeply grateful to the ghost for helping her family eliminate the evil presence that had haunted their home. Slowly, the ghost girl disappears, as her duty there is finally complete. Because this story is based on real events, the ghost in Sally's house is considered one of the most brutal hauntings in European history, as the spirit did not hesitate to cause physical harm. After the evil spirit is finally defeated, Sally's family continues to live in the house to this day, while Sally remains fearful and traumatized about entering her bedroom due to what the evil spirit once did to her. And thus, the story comes to an end.